Cressbrook Mill was built by Richard Arkwright in 1787 to replace the former mill built by his father in 1779 and destroyed by fire in 1785. The mill produced cotton used to manufacture lace. The mill closed in 1965 and was later restored to house modern apartments. The following is an interview with Sarah Carpenter in 1849.
My father was a glassblower. When I was 8 years old, my father died, and our family had to go to the Bristol workhouse. My brother was sent from Bristol workhouse in the same way as many other children were, cartloads at a time. My mother did not know where he was for 2 years. He was taken off in the dead of night without her knowledge, and the parish officers would never tell her where he was. It was the mother of Joseph Russell who first found out where the children were, and told my mother. We set off together, my mother and I. We walked the whole way from Bristol to Cressbrook Mill in Derbyshire. We were many days on the road. Mrs. Newton fondled over my mother when we arrived. My mother had brought her a present of little glass ornaments. She got these ornaments from some of the workmen, thinking they would be a very nice present to carry to the mistress at Cressbrook, for her kindness to my brother. My brother told me that Mrs. Newton's fondling was all a blind, but I was so young and foolish and so glad to see him again, that I did not heed what he said, and could not be persuaded to leave him. They would not let me stay, unless I would take the shilling binding money. I took the shilling and I was very proud of it. They took me into the counting house and showed me a piece of paper with a red sealed horse, on which they told me to touch, and then to make a cross, which I did. This meant I had to stay at Cressbrook Mill till I was 21. Our common food was oat cake. It was thick and coarse. This oat cake was put into cans. Boiled milk and water was poured into it. This was our breakfast and supper. Our dinner was potato pie with boiled bacon in it, a bit here and a bit there, so thick with fat we could scarce eat it, though we were hungry enough to eat anything. Tea we never saw, nor butter. We had cheese and brown bread once a year. We were only allowed 3 meals a day, though we got up at 5 in the morning and worked till 9 at night. We had 8p a year given us to spend, 4p at the fair and 4p at the wakes. We had 3 miles to go to spend it. Very proud we were of it, for it seemed such a sight of money we did not know how to spend it. The master carder's name was Thomas Burks, but he never went by any other name than Tom the Devil. He was a very bad man. He was encouraged by the master in ill-treating all the hands, but particularly the children. I have often seen him pull up the clothes of big girls, 17 or 18 years of age, and throw them across his knee, and then flog them with his hand in the sight of both men and boys. Everybody was frightened of him. He would not even let us speak. He once fell poorly, and very glad we were. We wished he might die. We were always locked up out of mill hours, for fear any of us should run away. One day the door was left open. Charlotte Smith said she would be ringleader if the rest would follow. She went out, but no one followed her. The master found out about this and sent for her. There was a carving knife which he took, and grasping her hair he cut it off, close to the head. They were in the habit of cutting off the hair of all who were caught speaking to any of the lads. This head-shaving was a dreadful punishment. We were more afraid of it than of any other, for girls are proud of their hair. I was there 10 years and saw a great deal more than I can think of. My brother, after he was free, came to Cressbrook and stole me away. But I was so frightened and dateless with the punishment I had received that for a long time I was like a person with no wits. I could hardly find my way from one street into another. They said at Wright's factory where I worked that they were sure that I was not right.